Hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to another episode of Coolcraft Season 5. Now, in the last episode, I built this coal farm here in the Nether, and of course, in order to support it, I missed a spot, apparently. But I built this giant perimeter out of various wooden buttons. Man, that was a shot by that skeleton. Of course, all of that to get coal, but the storage system is not actually down here. That is because it is on the roof of the Nether. Don't exactly remember why there are buttons there, but just kind of ignore that. Since the previous episode, I've been doing a lot of AFKing at this coal farm here. So, we have a lot of useless junk, and have also gotten a decent bit of coal. Of course, well, the bone blocks are just kind of there, but that is why. In this episode, we are going to start by making it not a pain to get down to the farm, because you kind of have to go through this secret path here, and then fly, and then... and none of this is really, ideal. Additionally, we're also going to make this look a bit nicer and just not be just a bit of glass floating in the air here. So yeah, let's get to that. Alright, way too long later, and I have finished the decoration of the farm here. So this room under the bedrock here I didn't do anything to, because I'm like, I can't be bothered. But the tunnel that goes down is quite, I don't know, basic. It's just coal, quartz, and I guess glowstone for lights, because, I don't know, this is the terrible design I came up with. Couldn't be bothered to do anything more fancy because, I don't know, just because. But yeah, anyhow, we get, I mean, it's pretty long ways down. You gotta go all the way from the roof down to below the level of the lava lake. Or actually, this is actually about at the surface of the lava lake here, now that I think about it. But yeah, anyhow, inside the chamber here, it's basically just all black. I have this strip of glowstone here for where I needed to have blocks you can't see through, but also blocks that can't be spawned on, so that's that. Obviously, we got the killing stuff here, and besides that's just all coal blocks, black stained glass here for the spawn proofing, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I'd say that this project, for now at least, is finished. Alright, so things are kind of a little bit different right now, so sorry if the video is a bit shit right now, but that is because I'm on my laptop right now, and my desktop is doing something unrelated to Coolcraft, but it's going to take a lot of the processing power for a lot of time, and the RAM is really close to the limit, so I'm not going to waste any of those resources actually recording, so I might have this terrible footage on my laptop. It doesn't seem that bad for me playing, but I haven't watched the footage yet. But anyhow, what we are going to do now is we are going to actually build a shop where I can sell all the coal and other random junk that I get from that farm. So it's going to go around here, and I'm not exactly sure what it's going to look like yet, but it's probably going to be made out of coal blocks. Go figure. Alright, part one of this shop is complete, and it's a giant, like, kind of mound of coal here. And my ping is terrible right now. Okay. Yeah, being on a laptop ain't fun. Yeah, inside, it's not that big, but, you know, big enough, made entirely out of coal blocks. So now, we're going to put a little bit of fire on top of this. Alright, I've added the fire to the top of it, and I don't know, it does kind of look bad, but that's just my building style, I guess. And so, yeah, I guess it's the exterior, so now time for the little that we're doing on the interior, which is mostly just going to be chests and signs and that sort of crap. Alright, I have stocked the shop with, I mean, coal, that's what we're selling here. Coal, 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 coal and coal, and I'm also going to give away some free junk at the entrance here. So yeah, now I just gotta set all the prices and all the signs and all that stuff. Alright, and I have now set the prices, so in the center of the room here, we have this sign that says coal is 1 diamond a stack, and I think that's a reasonable price. And then at the back of the door here, we have signs that say free junk with every purchase. Oh, last purchase must have been less than 2 minutes ago, so, you know, if they have to come back and get some more junk, for whatever reason, I mean, it's junk, who wants this stuff anyway? But if for whatever reason they want this, they can't just say, oh, I purchased something 2 months ago, I'm just going to take more junk. No, you have to have purchased something within 2 minutes. So, you know,
No. Maybe that will entice people through the door.
Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious, by video quality earlier, I obviously meant microphone, because the video quality I've tried to match as best as possible to the settings on my desktop, just by having a completely different brand of GPU on this laptop. But anyhow, since the start of the season, me and Tyler have kind of been doing a little bit of a very boring competition, I guess you could say, which is who can AFK on the server for the most time. Now, for most of the season, I have been winning, but it's currently real close right now, mostly because of the aforementioned usage of my primary computer for doing other stuff, and therefore me having to be on the laptop, and this laptop screen can't actually be turned all the way off. The lowest setting of brightness still emits a decent bit of light, and I actually want to be able to sleep, so, yeah, anyhow. So, for the rest of this episode, we are going to be preparing for what we are, hopefully, going to be doing in the next episode, which is dealing with the 4 witch huts that currently exist in this area. Now, of course, the actual process of dealing with them is going to require a lot of resources. And so that's why I gotta get started actually collecting those resources. Specifically, the one I'm concerned about right now is redstone, because this farm requires approximately 4 shulker boxes of redstone dust, which, I mean, obviously the purpose of this farm is to get redstone dust. But before this farm exists, or I guess these 4 farm exists, is that the right English? Oh, I don't care. I need to get 4 shulker boxes of redstone dust. Or more precisely, I need to get 6,070, I believe it is, redstone dust. Ooh, a frog! Oh, I haven't seen one of these things yet. How long have I been playing in 1.19? So, the way that I plan to get the redstone for this project is the way that I've actually gotten the redstone in the past 2 seasons for the similar project, is via these villagers. Now, I could have, of course, gone mining for the redstone, but that is slow and inconsistent in the rates. This is very consistent and at a decent speed. Now, ideally, I would add some more clerics here and also some more toolsmiths over here. But A, that there's a lot of effort in doing that, and B, there's kind of a problem. In that, yeah, the iron farm is right there. Like, a few blocks, actually, if I break this, yeah, right here, that's the bigger issue. So, yeah, maybe I'll have to deal with that. Alright, so I have collected all the redstone that is required for the World Eater, which didn't actually take all that long, and I apparently have the perfect amount of toolsmiths to clerics in this place to mean that I spend every emerald that I get in a day. Now, a little stuff has happened outside. We'll talk about this lava later, but apparently Tyler's done something over here by my shops. Now, what that is I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, I'd collect the profits that I made. I'd say this is a successful shop. I mean, no one's taking any bones, and people are taking wither skulls, so there's that. Well, you know, it's all useless junk anyway. I don't care. So he said he did something over here, and I'm not sure what he did. I didn't almost fall into lava or anything. Check the profits from the slime shop. We got some more diamonds there. And, nothing else. He did something up here? Let's see. It's automated potion farm. 14 diamonds. Oh, yes, I do think we could do that. In fact, I think I have... So, an automated potion farm, yes. So, where it go? I know I'm typing with bad English here, but like that's just what. Oh wow, I am lagging. just gonna go to his base, because we're probably gonna do somewhere in his base here. Well, what do you mean you don't know? That's a big part of it. Probably somewhere in your potion room, which is here. I mean, it's gonna be a bit bigger than this room. I mean, I can go. I actually have some space in my potion room. Alright, well, I'll get to work on... Okay, well, Alright, so that is something that I guess we will be taking care of later in this episode. But for now, we will get the resources for the World Eater. Or finish getting the resources. Starting by actually crafting up all the redstone into whatever we need. So, let's get doing that. Alright, I've gathered all the materials to build the World Eater here. Mind you, none of the trenches or anything else, but the World Eater itself. So I'm going to go drop these off over at the area where I'm building that stuff now.
Now, as for the project that we're doing for Tyler, which is the Potion Brewer, or 11 Potion Brewers, as I think it has turned out to be, I already have a design right here for it, although this is a little bit larger than I was expecting, and I don't know if I can really compact it down much, if at all, mainly due to this massive pulse extender, but also then the conditions and stuff that happened under here, and yeah, so I'm going to have to build about 11 of these, or is it 12? Well, 11, 12 of these in Tyler's base, and I guess he can configure them like as he wants, because the input ingredients go right here, so we got, the nether wart, then we have, I don't know, whatever ingredients go into the actual potion. And then that part doesn't really matter that much, because most of this is just static stuff like this stuff which will unlock this hopper after everything goes through, and then these other things are just like putting blaze powder, putting potions. And I don't know, for an extra fee, I guess I could, I could bundle in an automatic potion maker, which I believe is this machine right here. Water bottle creator, yeah. Probably should label this machine as well. But yeah, so I guess I'll grab a schematic of this, and then I'll try fitting 11 of these into Tyler's base. I'll definitely have to mine out a whole lot of space around there. But hey, I have beacons now, so that'll make it much faster.
Alright, so I have dug out the space, well, I've started digging out at least the space here to put 11 of these things in, and as you can see, this is quite a big space here. Actually, if we go into spectator mode here, you can see that this is actually, this is so large that it goes well beyond his little dinky room here, and then it goes all the way out over here to his strip mine. Additionally, it's going to go all the way down to here, which is just above his seemingly terrible sugarcane farm. I mean, the sugarcane just sitting right there. And of course, the height is just underneath the floor of his whatever that room is, and storage room here. Although, it also butts right up against the enchanting room. But the other thing here is that there's a couple of these redstone door things that are, well, here they're not really in the way because there's not actually much redstone up at the top, so these don't actually like interfere with any of the redstone. But yeah, we got a bit of digging to do. So yeah, let's get to it. And the hole has been dug. Only took a few trips to get my pickaxe repaired. But yeah, here you can see where Tyler's strip mine is, and yeah, pretty big. So now we need to actually go about constructing it. Well, I guess gathering the resources, but that should be nowhere near as difficult, fingers crossed, as the World Eaters. So yeah, let's get to it. And the build process has been completed here. As you can see, we have the same module repeated 11 times over and over again. Now, yeah, here's Tyler's strip mine. Now, Tyler hasn't actually been on yet to see that I've completed it, and I still actually have to show him how to use these things. But once that's done, I'm sure it's all fine. So yeah, that's this project here completed. Now, about this situation here, which I realized I forgot to talk about earlier, but a whole bunch of things happened. Anyhow, so basically what happened is that Tyler was pestering me and annoying me here, and I ended up doing, oh yeah, I made some renovations inside, and I was like, you know, fighting him, shooting him, all that sort of stuff while being hunkered down inside. Dirty Cole was just kind of running around, I don't know, hitting random people with his trying, pouring buckets of lava everywhere, and I managed to kill Tyler at some point. And then when he went to get his items back and stuff, there was a lot of shenanigans that happened down here involving, well, lava and putting stuff on top of his grave. So that was great. And he died a couple more times, and he basically agreed to never do the fighting here with me again. As I said, never again. So yeah, that's what this is all about. I'm just like over here at Dirty Cole's base checking things out, and he built this giant arch bridge here, which seems to be, I don't know, kind of just entirely useless, because like over here it just kind of goes nowhere, just kind of into the side of the hill. There's a bunch of trees and stuff there, and over here it also goes like nowhere because it just literally ends, and then there's a tree. And then there's also this section underneath where there's another minecart track that kind of goes across, like, well, what is this? Anyhow. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to say that's gonna be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Discord linked in the description, and I will see you all in the next episode of Coolcraft Season 5.